Hey, hello, welcome back to my channel. Haven't uploaded in a little while. I just wanted to throw out like a really quick video for you. This is what my tank is looking like so far. Plants are filling out, doing good. I don't know if you can tell, but right here is like a congregation of cherry shrimps. Yeah, so introduce some cherry shrimp to the tank. They're doing good. They're eating right now. Can't really see them. My tank is officially cycled. It's pretty well cycled. Still no fish in it yet. I'm trying to colonize the shrimp enough that there's a decent amount of them so that when I put fish into the tank and they pick a couple of them off, because you know, who doesn't like shrimp, there's enough numbers that they won't eat them all, if that makes sense. So yeah, right now just cherry shrimp. A couple of assassin snails to try to keep down the bladder snail outbreak, which is something that is very common when you're buying plants, live plants from pretty much any pet store, is you're gonna get snails. And a couple of snails aren't so bad, but they multiply so quickly that it gets out of control really fast. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say on that note. I'll definitely post and keep you updated when I do actually add some fish, which the next step will be to add a school of neon tetras, and once they're established for a little while, a betta. The main goal is that this is a betta tank, but I want it to be a community tank. The best way to introduce a betta to a community tank is an already established community tank, because if you introduce the betta first, they're going to be extremely territorial because they've already established everything as theirs. Whereas if you incorporate the betta last, it kind of has to adjust to its new environment and accept the other inhabitants as there, you know? That's my goal. Adjust it so that it's a little easier to see. Basically what cycling means is that when I do a water parameter check and I test the water quality, I'm getting 0 ammonia, I'm getting 0 nitrites, and I'm getting a small percentage of nitrates, which indicates good bacteria. An Indian almond leaf, which is supposed to be food for my shrimp, but they don't care at all. They don't eat it, they don't acknowledge it. I've been feeding them the Aquarium shrimp cuisine, which is like a very fine pellet. They definitely like that, so that's what they've been eating. I have noticed some babies in there, which is a really good sign. Yeah, that's basically what the tank is looking like right now. It's pretty anticlimactic without any actual fish in it, but we're getting there. The processes are slowly processing. If you want to stay tuned, I'm going to add a bunch of close-ups of the tank, all that stuff. So thank you for coming along on my aquarium video chronicles. I have been so swamped with school and everything else that I have not had any time to really sit down and make any proper videos. I really just have a whole bunch of short clips of like different things that have happened in the tank that I need to get off my phone to make space for other things. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you have a great weekend. Peace, love, and Wi-Fi. been an hour since I acclimated the shrimp and put them into the tank. They have their Indian almond leaf, but I also fed them a few pellets of, upside down, I'm sorry, Hikari shrimp cuisine, which they absolutely love. Just the general nutrition, what's in it, and everything else. But yeah, they also have their almond leaf, which was blanched in chlorinated water first. Well, boiled, just to make sure that there's no microbes or anything on it that could eventually get into my tank or make them sick. But as you can see, that's pretty much where all the pellets ended up. And they're just chilling, eating. There should be about 8 of them, but then there are also itty bitty little babies, which are so small that my camera can barely focus on them. It's trying, but it's not the easiest thing to focus on. But yeah, lots of cherry shrimps. All the plants and how they're doing. Got some moss in the background there. It is specifically just for them. This is also new. Right here, it is a lotus. So it's got this beautiful colored, it has this beautiful red coloring leaves, and eventually it will throw out a shoot and a flower will emerge on the surface. And then I also have, what is he doing right now? It's so hard to focus, especially with the glare. Okay. That would be my assassin snail. Yeah. There are also like so many little baby shrimps in here, and they're really hard to focus in on or even really see, but I do see them drift by every once in a while. The majority of them are definitely over here having a snack. They're just chilling. But this is the first, aside from the assassin snail up here, these are the first real introduction to my tank. So I finally have actually something kind of interesting to watch. And there's quite a few of them, which means that I have a high chance of them colonizing and having babies. And because once I put the neon tetra and the betta in here, it's gonna be, you know, like chances are the betta will pick some of them off. So I want to give them, the cherry shrimp, a chance to colonize enough that even if the betta does pick off a few here and there, there's still enough of a colony that, you know, they'll still survive. I wonder if you can actually see that right now. See that little guy swimming? That is the teeniest, tiniest little shrimp. My camera will not focus on it, it's so tiny. Oh, oh. It's this teeny little, oh my god, so small. Oh, it's landed. Oh, there goes another one. There it goes. Anyway. Yeah, there's like a ton of really small shrimps, which is pretty cool. Oh, there's one. There it is. And I should have counted them before I put them in the tank. I'm pretty sure there are 8 to 9 adults. But the amount of little babies, it's impossible to count right now. I think there's probably close to 5 or 6 of them. But yeah. This is my tank so far. How all the other plants that I've gotten throughout the last month are doing. Obviously the Amazon sword. Got a whole bunch of grass. So we have the assassin snail. And confirmation there are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 adult shrimps. And then little babies everywhere, but assassin snail just going about his day. Yeah, this is basically everything that I have in my tank all in one little spot. Because you can tell right there is where I fed them. That's where all the food landed. The Indian almond leaf that is supposed to every time I go to the store and I see them in the tanks at the actual pet store, all the shrimp are going nuts for them. But this has been sitting here for well over a week and they could not care less. But the second that the curry shrimp cuisine pellets hit, they are all over it. They love it, so that's what I've been feeding them. Pretty sure we have a couple of buried females here, which is a great sign. Hopefully help colonize the tank. And the fact that there are a couple little babies is fantastic. But yeah, once there is like an established amount of shrimp in the tank, I'm gonna start adding some actual fish. The plants are growing. They seem to be doing really well. This right here, some kind of sprite, I don't remember, but it definitely needs a trim. It is poking out of the actual water surface. Everything else is doing really well. And also, as you can see, all over the glass are a whole bunch of tiny pest snails, which multiply like crazy. And where I don't see them right now, there is 3 separate assassin snails, which should keep the populations down a little bit. Hopefully that's the main objective of why they're in the tank. Though, so far they have not been doing a very good job. As boring as it is, just a bunch of cherry shrimp eating food. So yeah, that's how my tank is looking so far. Little babies in the back there just kind of chilling. Alright, well, thank you for watching.